Welcome back in, guys, to Fierce XP in our Tower Dominion series, where we're doing a fresh start, reset the whole profile, the codex, everything, and we're looking to beat the game. And in this case, beating the game, we set up the rules where we want to get a purple badge, a victory at difficulty level 4 with every hero. So we're working on getting them unlocked. We're working on getting other stuff discovered and unlocked, and trying to keep our win rate as high as possible while we do it. It's been going great. We are now 5 for 6. That puts us at 83%. And with a victory today, we'd be at 86%. Get that head in the right direction. But I thought about playing red team just to mix it up and to get back to them. I love some of the dynamics there with the extra blueprints and some of the buildings, the armored staging area, maybe getting the tactical fortress down. We're going to get to that, don't worry. But some of our immediate goals still suit the green team best. I'll just remind everyone that here, Colonel Aircraft, we got to produce over 100,000 more supply. And how about this? Artifacts heard us. We got to do over 300,000 supply yet to unlock them. It's going to take a long time. Aside from that, we've also got rerolls. This is overall rerolls, and then there's another one here with 15 in a game, and that should be very doable. We tend to be conservative just to keep ourselves from getting in trouble, keeping a close eye on our recon bank, but this should be attainable. We'll see if we get it here. And the other one that caught my eye is 50 recon production in a single game. I'm not sure if we've got the neutral building yet that gives us 10 extra production. I'm not sure, but I did want to take a quick look at the codex and also highlight the fact that we've got 3 more buildings that are locked. It looks like the rest of them, we just haven't discovered them yet. We can see them, we just haven't yet. And some of these are going to be pretty common. The one that stands out, I think, a Claymore we've never seen yet. And we got to win 6 expeditions. That could happen today. We need to produce 50,000 supply. That would be total. And we're probably about 2 rounds away. I don't know if we'll get it here. And then reroll 100 times total. So we are headed in the right direction for a lot of those short-term goals by sticking with the green team for another run here. I was having a quick look at them. All of them would be a great choice, but what stood out to me, I think, is Brigadier Kasagi. Which one did we lose with? We lost with Dro, right? I was just trying to remember, but what is appealing about Kasagi is the extra supply on reroll. We're hoping to reroll a bunch to meet some of our goals. And now we're going to get paid for it, let alone some of the doctrines. We'll have to keep a close eye on maybe getting some damage bumps, some extra supply bumps, those types of things with rerolls. And we start with the zone command. We saw how powerful that was in the last round. We got 2 of them down, requisition ops on both, and even a rec 2 on one of them. By the end, we were producing over 750 supply per turn. So love to see this. You need a lot of supply to get it online. The upgrade we're looking for is 900, but we'll see if we get there. Let's jump in. Lastly, guys, I haven't made the tracker yet. It's still part of the goals. I don't know. It'd be in the next maybe couple weeks or something, so it might be a little while, but I will eventually do that and then start to do my very first kind of editing where maybe I do a cut-in of just the tracker with a voiceover and cut back to the intro. We'll see. I'm excited to play around with it eventually when I get some time. I also got some new gear coming. I got a pop filter for the mic. The one that came with it is awful. Be arriving tomorrow. And also a new gaming mouse. I still can't get the click audio out of it. I apologize. I played with all the filters in OBS and I just couldn't quite get it. So we got a new mouse coming. We'll try that and see if it improves things. But just thought I'd update you what's going on. Let's dive in, have a look. We got 2 straight pieces on the bottom side here. We're going to get those elbowed around, a couple crosses, interesting symmetry here. Not bad. I do not mind it. and maybe we find an opportunity for a pit. Not promising anything. Okay. With a T to open. Let's think about elevation. Now, re-rolling, we could out of the gate here and get a little bit of extra supply. What would we want though? We'd want an elbow. We could get stuck. There's a possibility of a blank piece. Let's be smart. And none of this stands out with the backside elevation like this side either. So let's do this. Let's get it going. And we're going to do supply this time. I promise you we're coming back to discovery sooner than later. I really... you know what? Screw it. I did the same thing last time of hemming and hawing and like talking about this, but we're going to do discovery. We can get the economy online with neutral buildings, including maybe our recon. If we can get it over 50, that's a new hero unlocked. So I like it. And there's the recon production. That's another way to get it done. Wow. And maybe get to Rec Ops 2 on this thing. Guys, I think we are handcuffing ourselves a little bit here. This is unknown territory for me to go this upgrade path, because what this means, the repair drones is such a safety net. Yet the extra right now 1500 is brutal with no repair, so we need to defend ourselves better than usual, and we have to get a Mirador with repair online. We basically will blitz that almost immediately now. Okay, the other thing we could do is the zone command has some guns. They're not great, but it does have some. We could even get it down here. Sorry, I know it's a bit of a slow start, but we need to think about this. If we do this, we can upgrade after one round. Okay, we need repair drones. I like the idea of getting the zone command immediately online. We basically overcome the supply hit that we took, not taking orbital relay, but now we've got the extra discovery. So repair drones it is for this time around. We may not, we'll see whether we get to our recon goal. And now we feel a little bit safer. The zone command has 3 little guns on it. They're just Defender M5s. They do 23 damage. It's kind of like a Mirador, basically. It's not going to do too much. You see those little guys just pinging things out of that top window there. We're going to have potentially a lot of neutral buildings with the route that we've gone, and they will get an additional 15% damage. This is good. We need to be thinking about rerolls as part of our strategy here, and also neutral buildings as we've leaned into that with the discovery. Barricades, also a great start, of course. We can get requisition ops. So now we're at 180. It also bumps up our recon by 10, right? Yeah, very nice. And the heavy Vencedor, I don't like that it doesn't reach the top side there. Let's just sit tight. We're a long way off from Rec Ops 2, but you know the deal. We try not to be too hasty. That was a big hit there. Oof. Might need some guns up there, huh? All right. What's going to get us online here? We can get even more discovery. Wow. We need affordable. I mean, we can get some of these buildings down. Oh man, decisions early on like this shouldn't be so difficult, but I'm just thinking about the way we're going to try it. No, we're going to get 10 HP. Sorry. We're going to just work on getting that up a little bit. Elbow, awesome. Let's get this pushed out. I think that with so many entry points here, that's a good candidate for a barricade. Of course, this is too with a cross. And again, likely our path is heading out somewhere up here. But Okay, let's think about which gun we're gonna get down. Hopefully something here. And that can help dictate the barricade. This looks good. I guess a Mirador would be as well. We probably want at least one to do some close support down the road, but we don't need to worry about that yet. Let's do this. We're going to get detection. One, you know, partly because we can afford it. And that's okay. We'll get the barricade down shortly. The zone command's pinging a little bit. But we're taking some chunky chunks right now. Sanction attenuator we do not necessarily want. We can potentially get a scout hideout down, but we're also thinking a lot about rerolls. Do we want to get more doctrines? I think we need blueprints. Let's do this. And I'm not going to jeopardize our strength for forcing rerolls, right? We don't want to do that. So let's get a barricade. It's going to help things a little bit. We got no money, so I'm glad we went into the zone command early, even though things are a little sketchy right now. We need to get that supply going. Very nice. It's a lot of supply. This is a better investment. We love negotiating skills, but also now I was tempted with this one and we get another chance at it. Can't believe we're turning down that supply, but we're investing in the future. Okay. We don't mind this. We're going to get this buttoned off here. I think it's okay. Let's do it. There's our neutral building starting to pay off. Love to see it. We didn't get one down on this elbow here. It's okay. You're not going to get it every single time. But this is, I think it might be the best supply production building, actually. We got her. So what are we going to throw there? That's some pretty hefty range. But this could become a dead spot back here. I think we're going to do this. We're going to let the scout tower shine a little bit more up front. And this is fine. We got it online. We're up to 230. And at least it's a gun back here. We got the barricade. We're all good. Something like that looks appealing. We don't need it at high elevation. They've already got really good range. So there could be the potential for something else on that spot there that I was looking at, like a, you know, salamander, who knows, something else. So I think this is okay, where it's going to stay relevant. Let's get a large squad on there. Can we get a light mortar? Online and learning. Not yet. Let's go. Wave 5 could be sketchy. We could give, no, yeah, we could at least give him an extra gun. Okay. Not bad. Not too bad. Certified amplifier. We could do it on the zone command. It's kind of interesting. We could get more of them, but it's a little greedy. Not necessarily going to do that. If we got the recon, does that give us options? It can sure make our scout tower hit hard. Yeah, let's grab some recon. Let's make that worth it. Did we? No, we're going to get a tile next turn with a threat reveal, right? So patience might be good here. We could almost give this the veteran reinforcement. It would help a little bit. We're still sitting tight on this for potentially Rec Ops 2. The repair is bouncing us back up. I think we can sit tight. We could get veteran on this, but let's just wait a sec. Warwolf and recon. Looks good. Corner. Love to see it. We could close this off. I mean, there's lots of candidates, of course. Corners are great. Otherwise, this... I think we do that. Didn't get a neutral building there. It's okay. I trust it's going to pay off. And I'm thinking Warwolf. We want it on this top side somewhere because we're anticipating further up this way. I think this is going to be the most optimal position for getting on target as fast as possible once this is built out. I will sit on the cybernetic loader for right now. You know, it's normally how I go, but the tech is so valuable. Wow, that's a lot of air units. Man, it's a little sketchy. Oh, we would have got a threat reveal. We got to take a look. Getting to Warden Protocol, that could work a bit. We've seen a lot of bastions. They're not necessarily appealing to us at this stage, even though the barricade is. Okay, we'll do cost and scout hideout. We can get a scout hideout down as we start to get into trouble here. We could get a light mortar into play, but that was a lot of air units. That was what really hurt us there. I'm not sure what to do here exactly. This might be wise. I think it'll pay off long term. It's in a good enough position. I wonder if we cancel this for now. We've got some recon, and let's actually just hit this one up. The local supply should pay off eventually with the neutral buildings, but it's not right now. If we finish the expensive path, what is that? It's 115. We've got enough money left. Let's help ourselves out a little bit here because we're feeling it. We could get the reinforced pivot on this. It's not going to be a difference maker, but we're kind of struggling right now. Ooh, threat reveal. Okay, we need camo units and the Fagatrope. Okay. Glad we put detection on this guy. Veteran reinforcement's going to do well. Threat reveal is not going to come for almost another 10 waves. So it's a little less appealing. If we were at wave 6 or something, then you're going to get immediate impact. But why don't we do Mirador costs? We saw the enemy that we're facing. We've got a camo unit coming. We got to finish with veteran on this guy. We got one more in the bank, and we may want to look out for some more of them. We're going to start re-rolling here, and that's going to give us some supply. I think we want a corner piece. Yep, nice. And the bank's looking a lot better. That's more powerful than I was thinking about up till now. We need to remember that. Okay, that looks good. No neutral building. It's okay. If we cybernetic load this thing, we can get Warden Protocol. We're not facing wave 10 yet for the camo units. I would feel better getting this online. We've seen how many times in the victory screen and the loss screen that Warwolves are pretty consistently in the top 3. And obviously depends on a lot of things about how many you got out. Did you get to overcharged ammunitions? Different things, but they're so productive. This is a good investment early, right? I like it. This scout tower is fully loaded. I would say most powerful path. Really, it would just take a barricade right here and we'd be in a lot better shape. It's okay. That was a lot better. How about that for barricade? Oh my goodness. Okay, we gotta do this. We need the supply, Mirador cost. That all fits into our plans better, despite wanting the barricades. The Fagatropes are pretty beefy. They got a shield. We don't have an answer for that yet. Although we do have a bastion. I don't know that we're quite ready to get that down. Let's get veteran reinforcement. And I think the other Mirador. Now, what can we do there? If we can't, I don't think we can put it by the HQ. We need it too much as a gun, right? Something like that, I think, would work just fine. Covers off the other side. And don't forget, our little light mortar, he got detection? Yeah, we did the second one. We're not going to be able to hit advanced gear, right? But if we do this, we should be able to get the first 2 upgrades on it. We've got Warden Protocol already on this with some tech. Let's do special with logistics, and we gotta send it. We'll see whether or not we pop this mid-wave. Yeah, he's not hitting very hard, right? But nice. The scout tower started to fire over here. That went really well. Wow, lots of recon with a advanced Mirador, which again fits into our needs. What's this? On discovering a neutral building, all buildings gain plus 50% damage during the next wave. I so rarely take this, honestly. This is the kind of round where it could be a difference maker, right? But I think this is too appealing. If we see that other one come back around, there's a chance we take it. Okay, let's re-roll a little bit. Let's get the bank up. I think we just cover this corner off. Oop. Oh, we got it right away. It's okay. We're not going to waste recon. Nice. This is a good one. We had gone about 2 or 3 tiles without seeing one, so I'm encouraged. And 50% HP. Brilliant. We don't have great candidates of buildings that we want to throw away. It's going to be a little sturdy bunker. Now, do we need to think about potential artillery or anything? No, that's not going to be valuable later. Okay, this is fine. We jump up over 3K, feel better about that. I don't know about the advanced Mirador. This platform, of course, is an obvious spot here, but that's going to become something else. A decimation position, you know, there's good candidates, of course. Something like this up here could come into play, but not yet. I think we do get veteran reinforcement here. There was very little punch, right? We saw those Deviscores coming through. Let's see the damage. It's only at 23. We haven't helped it in any way. They didn't get underground depot. Some efficiency on these guys would start to go a long way, but it's okay. What's the health on the Fegatropes? The shield's only about 300 or 400, and pretty low health. They just can't be slowed. But that was fine. Despite, by the way, the entrances being so close, we've got 2 cross pieces right by our HQ. But it is fortunate that we don't have Britas, so we're not being forced into tiles that we don't want. We want to reroll more if we get the chance, right? This, of course, I think, with a light mortar and a Mirador, both are detection capable. Let's maybe get the final one on this guy. We know he's going to be an important part here. This is almost tempting too. I think we just wait. Is there anything else we can upgrade? We are not too far off from Rec Ops 2, especially in reinforcement choices. I should have been thinking about that. Whether this can get us just pushing over the edge, send our economy into the stratosphere. Look at that range. It's beautiful. Okay, let's go. Wave 12. It's looking good. Warwolf even popping the camos. Good splash radius. Wow, arc cannon. We're just not ready for that. Sometimes difficult to place too. It's got a pretty large and strange footprint. Ooh, it probably fits right here actually. I'm just not overly interested in that at this stage of the run. Tough option here though. So plus 20% supply production. Right now, that gives us about 40 or 50 versus 350 is so juicy. But we don't have a Puma. We haven't had one yet this game. We are probably going to need some semblance of anti-air, especially if we run into a Krylo or something. We don't know. That gets us better prepared. We got nowhere to lay it down yet, but we'll keep it in the bank. And the other reason is that we may be on our way to Rec Ops 2, in which case that 20% goes nuts. Let's do that. We like the blueprint, right? And I think we're planning forward adequately. Okay, the reroll here. It's a big trade-off with the Rec Ops 2. I think we maybe just do one or two of them. We would do a cross piece here, I think. Right? We wouldn't like elbow that thing. No, we want to get this over. I suppose that's possible. We don't want to do that. We would do a cross piece there, keep things open. We don't want them so close to the HQ, even if they're going on other paths. But we would also take elbows. So cross or elbow, I think, is what we're after. All right, fair enough. Let's get this one away. It's been a little dicey. Nice. Not only is it great to see a neutral building, Discovery continuing to pay off, and I think, did we grab an extra one, like +5? Maybe not. We saw it, but the other thing that's nice about this is that it's at elevation 2, I think, and that matters. It's got a lot more range that way, so we love to see it. Now, what can we get down? Light mortar. This is excellent. We got a decent amount of supply. We're going to do this with learning, and then we're going to get a standard Mirador. I wonder a Warwolf. Oh, there's a big position up here, actually. Okay. Instead of dumping a building, kind of just throwing one down, let's be smarter about it. And this does get extra range. It gets +1. Or do we do a standard one? Let's go advanced. We don't get it into play that often, right? We're going to get the detection, and we've already got the cost down. There's a chance that we go long barrels on that guy. He's a bit unique, right? Liked all that. You know, that's it. It plays into this series and the different approach that we're doing. Yes, we talk things through a lot, but we want to make sure that we're in as good a position as we can, right? I think it's enjoyable. It is, at least for me, to be a bit methodical. Wish I could get a platform, but I think we want to get the efficiency up. We've got a lot of them down already, and we still get a chance for the platform. Not bad. What are our goals? We are still a little bit ways off from Rec Ops. You know, that amplifier could have helped get costs down, besides getting more blueprints of the zone command. Something interesting to think about. Got Warden Protocol, we got him at Veteran. We're gonna wait maybe on long barrels. We could pop it this turn, potentially. We got advanced gear on him, not on this yet. We're on wave 14, I think we're okay. We're gonna hit the long barrels on this guy. Nice. Doing 79 damage now. Omega Omitter. No candidates yet. We don't have a mega run. If it was good enough, we would obviously swap out a light mortar. But I think that once we get Rec Ops 2, we're going to be a little healthier with our recon. We're going to be able to spend it a little more freely on re-rolls to pump up our economy even more, but also on potentially scout hideouts. We've got a second one ready to go. This one, we dumped a lot into it. It's very good. Why don't we get the efficiency with some supply? Blank piece, we don't want that. Re-roll here, of course. Hopefully just one or two. We want a cross, elbow. And I think that, I mean, that's an elbow too. This would be a T. Okay. Oh man, I'm tempted to keep rolling into a cross, but yeah, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're not gonna force Rec Ops so much. Rerolls is part of our objective. Plus, we're putting money in the bank. We're gonna have to be careful here. We're getting low. All right, we're stuck. Okay, but we're at 1,300. Now what? Just thinking about our blueprints and our map makeup. We did get a neutral building there. Extra damage, increased cost. It's kind of on the outskirts. Not too interested in that at the moment. Could put another mirador here. It's kind of a good little central spot. Good coverage. I'm just not sure we need to yet. Let's have a look. The proto turret's down, I forgot. It's great against the Phagotropes. That was a good get. Let's watch out for a barricade. Would really help at this entrance. Oh my goodness. They just keep tempting me with the supply stuff. Yeah, Mamma Mia. We don't care about pre-calibrated. And we've got werewolves, right? Oh boy. I mean, when you think about a 10% hit to damage, this allows us to start doing things like long barrels everywhere, right? And when we look at, say, this guy, for example, well, let's do a quick comparison. So one of the first ones we did, we got the detection and then just straight guns. There's no increase to damage. You get a bit of rate of fire and reload. 23 damage. And he fires off nice and quick, but he's not doing much damage. 23 versus this guy, got the long barrels, and you can even underground, but we want the detection generally. 77, 235%, and it's mostly the long barrels. So that upgrade, that doctrine we just did, he's at now 200 and, well, it already went down. It would have been 245%, right? Negligible. And now, again, we can just overcome it so dramatically by putting things like the long barrels on. So let's do that. We just talked about it. We got a lot of supply. Let's help justify what we just did by putting some firepower down in the field. I think we could afford to maybe do another werewolf. Wouldn't hurt. No tech, easy access, shrapnel, and werewolf soon. We're producing almost 600 per turn. Look at these guys getting deleted even without shield break. A lot of this is looking good. Ammo depot. We did talk about this one and that we would potentially take it in the future, but we're going to get blueprints. And remember, the money is now coming, where that's not going to be as much of an issue. We can kind of shift focus, but we got to make sure we have lots of inventory, lots of solutions to the problems, right? We're going to lay this tile, and then I think we got a threat reveal too. Yeah, threat report. T is okay. We don't have a ton of recon, so I don't want to get stuck getting greedy here. It's okay. We're just kind of letting this develop. It's not a problem. Let's take a look. Parasis and Snid. Okay. Glad we got that Puma. I'm seeing a spot here. Somewhat appealing. We don't have anything else designed for anti-air. Now, we can hit up this bunker. We likely will do that. This, of course, is a candidate up here for, it's a good spot for a Puma, but it's too valuable. So I think something like that is going to happen with some tech. This is fine. I'm just trying to think of when we get the extra range on it. This could be a Hyper Puma. Well, we're 3 waves away. That's why the threat report is so important. Oh, okay. I guess spacebar means go. I was trying to see the upgrades. There's a shortcut for that, right? Tab. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. Apparently, I'm still learning the game, but that was fine. We didn't actually want to be really spending there. Okay. Wow. Tier 2, Tier 3, division relays great, facing some shields, but let's think about the Parasis, right? We've already got an ammo depot. The Phagotrope's not really an issue. Plus we got the shield breaker turret up here. It's okay. The barricades is what's going to maybe save us, along with the Durandal, is one of the answers to the Parasis. The barricades do not stop the Canids. We might be double stacking them. I'm not sure yet. How do we make sure that we are not? We've got 2 more waves. We need stuff. We need like some sturdy bunkers, Puma. We also need to lay another tile to give us some real estate to get some of this stuff down. But it's okay. We're doing just fine for now. Top performer. How is it this guy without the long barrels? That's kind of crazy. We can get Warden Protocol on here. Why don't we spend a little money? It's okay. We know we want to get that done. And we're probably just, well, okay, let's think about slow. We're now producing enough supply that is on the table. We don't necessarily need another Warden Protocol. The Parasis can't be slowed. Fair enough. Neither can the Phagotrope. But the Canid can be. So we're a long ways off supply-wise, but maybe we're going to keep one. We also have the cost down slightly, 10%. Okay, let's keep going. Just thinking through what our next step's going to be. As of now, damage output looks really good. Look at that supply. What would we do with it? We could get like a blessed machine? Is that possible? We're gonna have like 2,300. That's about 3,000. I mean, the other two are not appealing enough. The light mortar. It's great to see a Puma too, right? I mean, for the Canids. That's so much supply. Nice. Okay, we need a cross piece. A cross piece, please. We may have to do a T there. What would that look like? This could be doable. All right, because of the amount of recon that we've got, we can't really re-roll much more. We've got, like, we'd be safe doing one more, but I think we got to do this. We can either hook this around, which we don't want to do. We'd rather T this and then get a straight piece or even a T. It's interesting. It's not what I expected this to do, but we're kind of stuck, so that's okay. Got a neutral building, some more discovery. We may hit that up. And we've got a really prime Puma position up here. I'm kind of glad we held off. We almost placed one here, which we may still do, but this seems even better. We've got coverage along this backside here, and then towards our HQ. We're not gonna, obviously that plays into future roles better. We got one more wave, right? We're not gonna get a tile then though. We've got so much supply. So let's do this. We're gonna do it on air. We're gonna hold off on tech and stuff. And I think we also do something like that. Yeah, I mean, why not? Stuff like Durandals would be also encouraging to get up there. And what can we get down on that neutral building? It's maybe a Warwolf. Yeah, I like something like that. Let's do that. We're gonna do easy access. Just chill on that for a second. We had talked about getting to Blessed Machine. We had gotten a lot of supply, obviously, there. We aren't going to get the effect of a neutral building if we put this here. So we would have to go for the damage. I don't love all of that either. You know, something I don't usually do is bastions at height level 1, because the range is so low. But they do have an upgrade, the simple design. You get really good reload speed. I mean, it's not going to do a ton of damage. It actually gets a boost against anti-air, though. So those canids coming by are going to get broasted pretty good. And I think we do the pulse. Yep. Not so much worried about the tier 1 camo guys. And then lastly, the shooting floor is a little too small, but we could get some damage. I think let's do it. I didn't see another path that really stood out to me. I think this just really concentrates some good firepower where we know it's going to be an important crossroads. And it's performing really good. Got the long barrels on this guy. We should veteran reinforce him. Joint operations. We didn't get a chance to get it in last game. It can go right here. I don't think that compromises anything, and you do want it to be kind of right in the action. That's really good. Let's try it. Plus we get Mirador efficiency. All that looks good. Really cool. That's not going to be viable. We just can't do it. Now, I forgot about this. This gets us a step closer to our plus 50 production we were kind of aiming for. In the second tier there, a single strong or 2 small caliber. I think you maybe even do the 2 small caliber. I would normally go the strong one, but because of the canids, this might be a little better. It's a barrage, so it might be not Vencedors, but... And then the last one, you get pulse rifles or... glory-seeking missile launchers. That would be it. So we could actually hit that all the way through. Let's do it. I wish I could see... So that's going to be rocket pods versus kind of miniguns. The cost is negligible. I'm just trying to think about the enemies. I suppose the Parasis coming through are still scary. We're going to play it safe. Let's get the heavier ones on there. And that's a lot of damage, 166, even with the slight debuff. And then let's get the glory-seeking launcher. That's awesome. I'm glad that we got this finally in play, and let's see if it pays off. Let's also remember that we've got some barricades. Doesn't help with the canids, but could come into play. I think we're probably going to just do that right away. Yikes. Let's hit up the upgrade. Okay. Held up okay. Salamander. Where could that go? It could go up here. Oh my goodness. That is extra height damage and beside a Puma. It's going to get extra range. Looks too good, and the Puma doesn't hurt either. So we got a blank spot here. We're going to re-roll. We got a little bit of room there. This would shut down our salamander idea. That's not going to work. Straight piece actually does. Okay. How good is this? I feel like the Parasis came around this backside and were a little scary, but this is just too good. I want to show we can cancel this. So the damage is 13. It's kind of a weird building of how to like measure damage, but it's 13 versus 15. Okay, it's not hugely significant, but that might multiply kind of here more than I think it will. That's cool. We'll do that. let's just take a quick look at our performers. This guy did great. The Bastion, over 4 grand at this stage of the game. It's kind of cool on height 0. He's gonna output a lot. And then this guy, we need to get the veteran reinforcement on him, the long barrel. We got a nice discount here. Let's do that. It's really just the Parasus that I'm a little nervous, but we're looking good. Little guy's being dropped off. Slovak. There's potential spots back here. We've got 2 Durandals already. We do not have a prime position for a Bastion. We already forced one kind of right in here. Threat reveal is not coming for a little bit. Plus, we're not struggling with supply. We don't mind the Mirador. All that checks out. Very nice. The Salamander struggled there. It was behind the little proto turret. That's fine. We need we need to look for a building that can get onto this prime space right here, and it can just radically change this whole area there. I also wouldn't mind getting this on slow, especially the Canids. It can make a big difference. This one back here got taken out. A couple Parasus coming through. It's okay if he breaks the first one. Not bad. We got a good bit of damage here. Ooh, structure. Oh my goodness. Structural network versus super heavy pulse. The super heavy pulse, of course, goes here. No, structural network. It's too important. Plus, we just got Mirador efficiency 3, which means we could see the expertise, which I believe is a +10 recon production would hit our threshold, and that will help us slow things. Once we get this scout hideout fully upgraded, we're a little tight on budget right now. That's going to help slow things too. Corner piece, if we get stuck here, we can do that and then work out here, but we don't want to. That doesn't help us. Still doesn't. Yikes. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's okay. That's turning into a big opportunity for the Slovak. Like, that is right on target, right? But it's the side lanes where we're a little vulnerable still right now. Durandals will go a long way. I mean, that is really good right there. And now that we've got structural network, I'm not as nervous. So if we do something like this, we watch our HP jump. Okay, let's get the hit on it. That's okay. That's great. I don't know if we do Flareums there. If we do, it's going to come in too, but we've got full coverage down this backside, which is going to be one of the most important in this whole area. So we're going to do it. We've seen how well it can perform. I like that. It kind of overcomes us passing on the super heavy pulse a little bit, because now it does 200 damage. It's incredible. We've got some shield break stuff going on. It's all good. I need to kind of watch where our weakness is here. I know we have a lot of supply, but we don't want to be hasty here of placing buildings. Got our little dudes getting dropped off. They're going to hold it down here too. Let's watch them fire off. Nice. Okay, pretty heavy in here. One guy started to slip by. Barricades are so easy to get the HP bump, and then we basically build a fortress in front of our HQ. That's an idea. Versus Durandal cost, we've got 2 of them kind of ready to be upgraded, along with some recon. And re-rolling gets us supply. I think I'd feel better getting our HP up. We're going to drop one here. Pretty big jumps, right? We're going to put another one here. And we'll save the last one to go in behind. I think that it's obvious this is going to go here. Even though it's early, we're not getting the full effect yet. We've got so much supply. I don't feel bad about doing that. The ammo depot, we got to find the right building. It could be this guy. That's probably going to be it. Now it's just a matter of where. And we could hit up 2 tech on it to give 2 extra range. Not sure if we'll need to yet. But I think this Durandal is going to be a big key to us. Now, I'm not worried about the C2 launchers, not enough of a difference. We're just going to do the first 2 staging areas and hold off on the last one for right now. This is a prime spot. What did we decide we want to do? I think a Puma's great just to help support the air that's coming through here. Let's give him the full works. And I think this guy too, we can give him the quads. That was good. Big meaningful upgrades. And the Mirador, we want close support. We don't have it yet anywhere around there. So we're going to do underground, give him a little bit of range to hit the Parasus. And then just logistics is fine. Well, we're producing so much. No, we're going to just do this. And then close support. Now we're up to 5K. It's great. With this fortress of barricades in front. There's zone command. That gets us to our recon production goal. The blueprints are not crucial necessarily. I mean, we'd like to... Yeah, this is good. Cross. Well, I think it's automatic. It'll give you that because it's the only possible one that can fit there. Amazing. Neutral buildings continue to pay off. There's another plus 50. And we could actually... I mean, we could do a barricade there. It would activate it. We got another Mirador. There's a good chance we might want to close support that thing. Now, a Durandal, even though it's not necessarily the best position, it could get 2 extra range. That's not super effective. We could also do a zone command. I mean, I was planning to place it down. No, it doesn't quite fit, does it? Does it do this? No. Okay. Like a barricade's fine. I mean, it's going to come into play. And I want this one because anything that's coming down the middle is going to have to deal with the salamander. Let's give it the business. Wow. HQ. You know what? We're going to do that. Watch this from 5K. Not a 6, but it's going to keep kind of multiplying. And then we're going to do the reinforced frame, give it some much better HP, 3100. And we will hold off on the last one. Let's get the zone command down. Not too worried about the guns on it. Let's just see where we can get it. That's fine. What's this? We don't want extra upgrade costs. Is there a different one that... Oh, okay, yeah. Glad that we stopped and took a look. Check this out. Inconsequential in terms of the location, but we get a little bit of a refund there. We're not going to make it to Rec Ops, but we don't care about the guns. That's fine. Wave 25. It's going to be heavy. Let's get a bit of reinforcement on this. I'm actually thinking underground. Let's just keep getting that HP up. Broke the barrier up here. It's okay. Glad we have the anti-air. The Canids really got torn up there. Mirador costs all the way down. I think we need blueprints. Emitter, not quite, right? Like we could replace this. It's doing well though, 8,500. Let's give ourselves the opportunity with the emitter. Plus the Mirador, of course, we're happy to see. We have so much supply, I know. Let's dig into this guy. We don't need the tech. Not worried about most HP even. We just want him to get on the globs of enemies. And I think we'd prefer triple barrel. Well, you know, the range could come into play. We'll be a bit patient there, maybe. Did we get the veteran on him? Yeah. And this, we did not get fully upgraded. Let's do that. Doesn't hurt. He got the full quad. Yeah, just, well, I should tab. Super heavy pulse right here. Yep. Thank you. And that's a good piece. It just keeps it a tight corridor. That's great. Another neutral building. We're seeing really good return. Not that this is super valuable to us, but it's just good to see the discovery paying off. This, yeah, I don't think we want the long barrels. We would want the damage. That's okay. Let's do the super heavy. It's excellent. Oh man, and actually we can do the final upgrade on these things, giving it more rate of fire. Huh. We don't have a ammo depot. There's one up here, but that's okay. Let's do solid frame. I mean, shared energy. I wonder if that affects the little squad dudes here. We might even be able to get it overloading cells for the first time. But let's give it to this guy. Let's go here. So let's watch his rate of fire. Goes from 1.8. Really nice. Busts up shields, of course. Gets a big bonus to that. We'd love to see it. We're also thinking about getting to, we're not going to use the tech there. If we think about getting to overcharged ammunitions, just start slowing some stuff down, a few things here. That would be nice. Now, the long barrel's more affordable. How much do we care about that? He would start getting on target, obviously, a lot quicker. Might do it. Yeah, it's a good spot for our little squad buddies. Let's see how much damage they do. So a lot of stuff came up over the top here. It's good for us to see. This one little squad did 2,000. Not bad. 2,500. This tight ranks might affect our super heavy. He needs one more building. Oh no, he's got it. The Warwolf, 2 barricades. Wow. So he would go, he's minus 10 right now from that doctrine we got, but he would go to plus 10%. Versus the blueprints, we're a little bit thin right now, but I still feel okay. It's not like there's great options here necessarily instead. And the Warwolf efficiency is nice. So let's do the tight ranks and let's check him out. He's now plus 10%. Really good. So given how much stuff came down this backside, this now looks appealing. I think I like it. Let's do it. And we're going to give him the... We don't want to do adjacent buildings. We are going to take the HQ hit. We've got more and more of it. The structural network, that was a good investment. We got repair. He's going to output a lot more damage. It's really good. And then we'll be stuck getting charging cells. So that's not bad at all. Let's let her go. Got some cool buildings now in play. The joint operations. Some other tier 2 and tier 3s down. Slovic howitzer doing good. Ooh, wow. Okay. Bottom side too. Omega emitter was a good selection there. I wish we could get a salamander position right on the corners here, that where everyone is coming through. We talk about it all the time, but you've got to make sure you're getting the DPS up here started. you know, as far up your path as possible. Part of the answer there might be long barrels. It's going to immediately come into play. We can't get a bastion down other than kind of offset. It's not the worst thing. I don't mind doing that sometimes. If we got a second Omega emitter, it's just not a great spot. I mean, you could come down here, but that's a bit of a reach. And it's into one of our barricades too. So I think we take the supply with the Durandal, and we need to get one down. We're going to start popping those. This isn't bad. Let's think about which way we want to shade it. I think to the left. Yeah. Detection. Not worried about that. Let's get a Durandal here. We've got one platform, but we're not going to use that yet. Let's get the damage. Well, maybe we... No. Could do a Puma. I think let's do it. We got to find ways to get damage down at the start here, right? So let's give him the full works. And let's give this guy the splash. We're going to hit Claydon Cannon in just a second here, because we want the extra max targets. Just a crazy stream of enemies there. Can we hit this thing? Yeah, we already did. It's good. It's doing really good. This is heavy. We need some help with blueprints. I can't believe we're back in that position again. A weakness. Okay, decimation. We have a platform. It could be really good. We also would do well to slow at least some enemies. We talked about that. Need to remember that on that Warwolf there. This is going to be the answer. I want to... The explosion could be good. Okay. Well, this isn't threat reveal. They're coming. The Calyptus is fine. It's a beefy dude. This one is scary, and it ignores our barriers. I'm glad we've got a lot of Pumas around. We were already prepared with the floating Canids. But it's still not great. It is not necessarily great. We have so much recon. We could be doing rec ops here, but we're going to need the help of our scout tower. Now, those ultra fast flying guys can be slowed down. So we're just going to get this in play. We've been meaning to. It's a tight radius, but that's okay. It'll start kind of right up here, and it hits hard, plus 300% damage. Now, this also is not as good as I hoped. This also is actually a little bit better, because we're going to increase range. So this one out here is going to get to the corner. It also gives you minimum range and the frag launcher potentially. So this might actually work. Now, what's the heights back here? This is 2, 1. Yeah, it's just awkward. Not quite. I was thinking about getting beside the ammo depot, but we also, this is a good spot. You know what? This is more immediate. We can do this. We are not using the tech here. Let's give it the extra 10% damage and rate of fire to all of this, including that Puma. It's gonna be enough for now. We'll see if we can get the decimation position down. Wave 30. We should switch out this bastion for an Omega emitter right down. Also an airfield thing would, an airstrip would do really well. One other advantage to being in the late stages here is the joint operations can get a lot more men down. So it becomes more and more useful. That went surprisingly well. Super heavy versus Puma. It could go somewhere like that. We may need it for the Calyptus because it's a shield break. The super heavy, specifically busts shields. Yep. it is a more secure path to victory. We don't need the efficiency. Let's grab a barricade. And remember, each building we place down is giving us HP. Let's get that. No, let's get this hooked. I'm thinking we're going to probably get long barrels on. So let's just keep going out that way. Now we could re-roll and give ourselves some economy. I wonder if we just keep going. That's fine. We're gonna get the scout tower down. Let's just do this. We're gonna get it hooked back up in a loop there. We can even get some miradors with, you know, potentially long barrels and stuff. I believe they're almost at their cheapest. Let's first do scout tower. We can put it next to this thing to get a bit of a refund. That's cool. And we can hit it up with the whole business. I don't know that the launcher does too much. I mean, 84 is pretty good. I don't know. I don't normally do that, but that's good. Spent a lot of recon there. I'm glad. And the platform is our only way to maybe get the decimation position in play versus the super heavy pulse right there. It may just go at ground zero. Something like that. We can't get it next to the ammo depot. I think I'm okay with that. Not sure of anything too much better. I still want to get the decimation in. The HP is in really good shape. I'm really pleased about that with the structural network. And we've got a lot of miradors. We are probably, let's just do it. We're going to get one more here. Those crazy flying units can really sneak up on you. I don't really see them yet. I don't know if they haven't come in their big swarm, but... Okay, everything's good. The big Caleptus things are, should be getting wrecked by the cannons, the pulse cannons. There's our Omega emitter. So let's look at this Bastion. 5 grand. Not too bad, but not that good. He is going bye-bye. And an Omega emitter. Yes, please. And it gets stronger the longer it goes, by the way. So that's amazing. And we can take we're going to take it. We're going to eat that damage and give him the full business. We can't do the tech upgrade. That's so cool. But there's nowhere else for him to go. They're all coming through here. So I think it looks good. Now, we're taking now 2,000 damage with these 2 Omega emitters. We don't have very many buildings. We're back in that same position where just the blueprints did not come together, right? But a mirador up here is not going to be enough. The Omega emitter is the kind of thing that can turn the corner for us, and the super heavy pulse. This is better served up here. It's a little firepower too, but we're going to get some more close support on it. We learned that lesson in our loss, right? Where we weren't leaning in full enough, and now we're over 10 grand. Here comes the swarm. Wow, they got wrecked. There's a lot more of them. Okay, that's heavy. Yeah. Nice. Just start hitting this barrier. They're in pretty deep here. We held, but that was... They got in pretty deep. Okay, the Slovak would be somewhat helpful, because we do want to get long barrels on it, especially now. Versus... I don't know, Mega emitter. I don't know that we've got. I mean, we could come back this way. Oh yeah. Okay, let's do that. That's pretty good. And do we just keep going out? No, we want rerolls. We're happy with them. I'm on a corner. Yeah. All buildings gain against air units. We want that for the ultra fast guys. I think I'm gonna try something here. We really only need one platform, and I always kind of wonder, I think I've seen it before, but whether or not this activates it, and I think it does. No. Brutal. Okay. Lesson learned. You can't cancel these. It's okay. I know for next time. I mean, even though this is so prime for a Bastion, I just feel like this is cool. We're gonna hit them from both sides. We're not gonna keep taking 1,000 HQ. This one's getting 50 and 50. Okay, just light them up. How about some, get them lasers going. Oh yeah, right here. This is gonna be glorious. I mean, it was pretty good. They're in first and second place with no tech on them. Ooh, we could get another Slovak. How did he do? Pretty good, but he didn't get a chance to fire until late, right? If we get a second one, we've got one platform. He could go right beside. That's going to do more damage than the decimation position, let's be honest. Yeah, let's do that. We've got such a good corridor there now. Plus a Warwolf. We can get more slowing effect or something. But let's just right away, we need the long barrel on that. So there we go. He's on target right away. You love to see it. And this guy... well, you know what? I guess why not? We want the air activated, and we put that platform there. It was all part of the plan. Okay, he's gonna get. We're gonna wait on the howitzer for now. Let's get this guy online. He's gonna get the heavy shells. He might even get the cybernetic with the overcharged. We're on wave 34, so this is close to the end. Yep, we got solid frame on him. Yeah. They could also get some of the tech potentially. Nice. That was good. Taking care of the high HP guys really well. It's kind of just the Synids left at the end. Okay, sanction, slowing effect. Certified amplifier. Could make something cheaper, hit harder. Division relay. Can bust up shields. And could just be even on ground zero up here. I don't know if we've laid one down yet, so that one, it's possible that it's restricted for upgrades, but we don't have that much supply. We're going to be up to about 2,200. It's enough to get the howitzer kind of fully online. I think we may want to get the Warwolf cost down if we're going to try to get that last one upgraded. The sanction is 1,500, so I don't think that's going to be the way to go. Let's get this one. This final wave, yeah. Bring it. We're ready for you. Rerolls, right? We got almost nothing to spend it on. Let's just let her rip here. We almost don't even care what we end up with. Plus, I think if we reroll 15 times in one round, we unlock a new hero. That might be too good. I think we hit the threshold there. We're good enough. We want to loop that. It's going to just slow down and keep this train going for longer. Okay. 110. Howitzer. Lovely. The tech's going to go to the Warwolf here. Get him just ripping off fast. He's going to get the overcharged ammunition. We've got enough for it. This guy... We're going to upgrade as we go. Actually, we've got enough for cluster bombs. Let's just get through it. And he might get the long barrel. We might not get to that stage. And for the barricade, I don't think it matters really, but we can... I think it's wherever. I'm just doing that for the HP, honestly. Are we ready? Final wave, my friends. And I think we put together a pretty good build here. I like our chances, especially with the Omega emitters. They are the top 2 performers. Again, Slovak in 3rd. This guy with the Flareum shells could maybe use a Claydon cannon. Let's watch for that. Of all of our upgrades that we might do mid-wave, I think the Claydon cannon. We put 2 tech into them, right? Here comes the fast dudes. We've got the slow effect from this warden up here, or the warwolf. Okay, are we gonna get overwhelmed here? Let's get the Claydon soon. We've got a lot of HP at least. Claydon's on. We're thinning out pretty good. Let's reinforce this stuff. Get it on. Ooh, that was close down here. We did get him though. And then whatever, these little dudes. Why are they coming in so late? Good try. Good try, buddies. You did your best. Yeah! Lock it in. We didn't even have Mirador expertise? No wonder. We called it out early that we might be getting that, and didn't even know we didn't have it unlocked. That's cool. Got the plasma fence, winning 6 expeditions. Claymore, finally. You know, I love them. Reroll 15 times in a game. We did get that done. Each wave, what's his face, infiltrates the battlefield. Adjacent buildings gain detection, 25% damage. It's random though, so it's hard to count on. It can be fun, but you just can't really plan around it. But you also get the extra recon production right off the bat as default. That's cool. Another hero. That's for reaching 50. I forgot to pay attention closely to that, but we did achieve it. I forget which building. There's a unique building that one of the upgrades. Anyway, plus 15% recon production. There's another one that gives us that and starts with 2 scout hideouts. That's great. Nice and simple, but effective. What was the building? Oh, this maybe. Joint operations, yeah. Which we hadn't got down up till now in this series. And I forgot about this one. The veteran squads is, I think it's 200 recon. It's hard to get that early in a game, but our economy did so well. As you guys have seen in past videos, it's so important to be able to get to your expensive upgrades. So we did a really good job with that. We used all the tech, including a warwolf right at the end. And look at the warwolves. Again, we talked about that right at the beginning of the video, that they are just so steady, versatile. You can get them to hit hard or just splash bigger. Not with the Omega emitters. That was a bit of a pleasant surprise. We got rid of a Bastion that was doing well here, but the opportunity came to us and it was golden. Let's take a look. They were first and second again. They were always the top performers because I'll remind you, plus 5% damage per square traveled by the beam. Oh my goodness, look at that. 728 and 2100 can hit camo. It's amazing. And it's a long run. So by the time that both of these, coming from both angles, got to close to the end, they're just torching dudes. So that was a lot of fun. That was a great setup that helped finalize this, right? And even then it was close. We scrambled to get these ones upgraded because we had a lot of Caleptus and Parasis kind of coming right down here. It was good. Okay. And the HP, by the way, too, we got up to 12K. It was great to see structural network. We even did the close support. Remembered all those fundamentals. So this is continuing to fill out. That's great. I think we got 2 Pargan Assault Groups. Our total reroll is on its way. It's going to take a little bit yet. Destroy 50,000 foes. That one's very close. Do that pretty soon. I'm surprised we haven't done 8 platforms yet. Lions of Ravelski is going to be a good candidate for that since you get double the blueprints. Haven't gotten the 3 howitzers down yet. And I'm kind of surprised we haven't gotten the 30 doctrines yet. But there are some. I think it's this one here. No. There's, wow, extra discovery. There's some commanders that give you extra doctrines. It's probably, I'm not sure which one it is, but anyway, we go, what is that? 6 for 7, I believe. I think we're at 86% win right now with just the 1 loss, but we get another purple badge down. Happy with that. And we'll switch it up next time. We'll get away from the Pargon for a little bit. Maybe we'll hit up the Lions or the Dragoons, but we'll mix it up, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.